Hello and welcome to Refuse. It's just a quick video here. Back from my business trip. Things went well. Kind of got a little sketchy at the end, though. Had some problems, but overall, not bad. Did have something good. Let me go ahead and hit my flash here, and I managed to snag one of these. I'm telling you, Chicago was really lucky for me. Um, yeah, I know this is a repaint of one of the San Diego Comic Cons, if I remember. She doesn't have the silver on the arm, it's just colored black like the outfit. But I really wanted to get one of these. And Walgreens out in the Chicago area, they've got the newer figures that I just don't have back home here. So got really lucky, so I'm really happy about that. Um, kill the flash here. Just before I went on my trip, I didn't talk about this much, but there was some kind of bad news. For zombie fans, it was not a good time because um, Capcom Vancouver got shut down. The Dead Rising studio, and as I've mentioned in previous videos, if you ever look through my channel, there's a lot of Dead Rising. I love the Dead Rising series. And after Dead Rising 4, it's kind of a mercy kill to shut down Capcom Vancouver. So hopefully we'll see a new Dead Rising game come out of Japan. Because the first one was the best one. They really had the tone. But anyway, probably bigger news, what's more important, is that Telltale shut down. All but shut down. They got rid of, depending on the reports, 225 to 250 employees, and it left the Walking Dead final season up in the air. When this was announced just before the second episode was released of the final season, which left a lot of people wondering what was going to happen because they didn't sell that one individually. You had to buy the complete season, and which I had done. And so when they announced that they were closing down and only working on that Minecraft game for Netflix, a lot of people were a little bit ticked. And I wasn't too upset, because at least with my pre-order, I did get the Telltale Walking Dead collection, which had the Michonne games. I don't watch the TV show. I think they pronounce it Michonne, Michonne, which had her series, which I hadn't bought, and I think I only had season 2 and 3 on the Xbox One. I think I had the first season on the 360. So, okay, fine. I got the Telltale collection for $20. But a lot of people have been losing their minds because it looked like the season wasn't going to be finished, that you weren't going to get an end to Clementine's story. So this just came up a few hours ago. I saw it also on, I think, comicbook.com, but I'm going to go to Variety here. Robert Kirkman is saving the series. He's going to finish it with his recently created Skybound Games. So let's scroll down here and look at the article. And yes, I'm using the phone here instead of doing the screenshots because I kind of wanted to show off my magic figure, but so as we see, they say the final episodes for The Walking Dead, the final season, will be released after all, with Skybound taking over development and publishing of the game. Walking Dead creator and Skybound founder Robert Kirkman announced Saturday. Skybound also hopes to keep the original Telltale development team intact so they could be the ones to finish the season. Skybound will work with the members of the original Telltale team to finish the story, though nothing yet has been finalized. Skybound never used in-house developers on its games before. So here's the important part. We've successfully negotiated with Telltale Games for our company Skybound to come in and see Season 4 of the Telltale game to completion. This was just announced at the Comic-Con going on this weekend. We can't lose Andrew Lincoln and Clementine in the same year. And goes off into a little bit of the story here that I just summed up here. This is the part that AMC and Smilegate were in discussions to invest in Telltale Games, and when that deal fell through, that's pretty much what led to the all but complete closing of Telltale Games. And say what you will, I happen to like the Telltale games. Not all of them. I haven't played all of them. The Minecraft one doesn't really interest me. I still need to play Wolf Among Us. I've heard really good things about that. Um, but they're not for everyone. They're kind of story based, point and click adventures. But I get wrapped up in the story, and the seasons have been kind of going down. The first one was really good. The second season, not bad, has some good parts. The third season, I think, gets a lot of flack. I actually liked Javier as the main character, and would have been okay if Clementine hadn't been in it. But I mean, obviously, this is her story. Um, but it has some good points. The pacing was off. I think the final episode really just felt more like an epilogue. That the fourth episode was really the ending of that season. But with the final season, season 4, episode 1 was so good. Um, it just felt like a return to form. I haven't played episode 2 yet. I've downloaded it, but like I said, I had to go on a business trip, and a lot of other things to do. I'm going to get to it soon, but I figured with the future up in the air, I was really in no hurry to really get invested, especially if it was going to end on like the typical cliffhanger, and knowing you weren't going to get another episode. So I really wasn't in a hurry to play it. So yeah, they mentioned here how they kept about 24 employees for the Minecraft game, and Telltale CEO Pete Hawley told Variety on Thursday that the studio was still going through a lot, and he planned to make another statement in the next few days. The same day, Robert Kirkman announced during New York City Comic Con about The Walking Dead that fans should stay tuned. Everyone involved is trying to make sure that Clementine's story is told. Now, my worry was they were going to pull a Mass Effect Andromeda, where they were going to just finish off her story in a comic book or something. But the Telltale series is based in the comic book universe, not the TV one. Yeah, I read the comic. I don't watch the television show. And at this point, the video game, the Telltale series, should be in the future of the comic by this point, given AJ's age. And there was a 2-year time skip in the comic after the whole Negan all-out war. It was a couple years before that. We're only probably, 5 or 6 years in, and that's just off the top of my head, into the apocalypse. Whereas with The Walking Dead Telltale game, you got AJ, who he's about what, 8, and then there was a couple years before he was born, so you're probably about 10 years into the future there. I know the comic is not 10 years into the apocalypse, um, based on Carl's age. I don't think he has gone up because he was not too terribly old, but he wasn't super young. Um, so yeah, I don't think they're going to fold Clementine into the comic. They'd have to take Clem and make a separate series. So yeah, this is really, really cool that it looks like Skybound is going to be trying to hire as many as the creators that worked on it so they can finish it properly. And I don't think the story goes on much more about that. Yeah, just the replies. So yeah, this is really good news. And to be honest, I'm not even sure why Skybound Studios was not involved in the first place. Yeah, I think just before I left town is when I read the news release that Skybound Games, that division had been created, and so who knows? Maybe this was part of the plan. Maybe they knew something, and this was um, being prepared for this. Maybe I'm sure it can't be a budget issue. Because they don't have to worry, I imagine, as much about the licensing, since it's Robert Kirkman's own IP. So yeah, this is some great news. We finally get some good news here about this. I was really, really worried. Um, yeah, cautiously optimistic. Who knows? It, these deals can still fall apart, but this looks good. This looks very promising. So I'm glad to finally be able to share some good news for a change. So yeah, just a quick video, and oh, Kroger deal. What we got there? Or chicken. Anyway, you don't care about that. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.